Informed consent is another idea that can seem pretty simple on the surface. Consent involves allowing someone to do something to you. We say informed consent because we want to make sure the people giving consent fully understand what they agree to. But again, this becomes difficult as not everyone will agree on what counts as informed. And this can greatly vary between people. Some people, while being told of their surgery, will want to know exactly what is being done. However, some would prefer to know as little as possible. Is that person who wants to know as little as possible still informed? Confidentiality can be seen as a right to privacy or the right to remain anonymous. This principle affects us in two ways. Firstly, we need to determine for ourselves what we want known about our private lives. This can vary a lot for some people. We have all met people who are an open book and will tell you anything about themselves, and others who feel uncomfortable giving their last name. There is also the idea of transparency, which is part of confidentiality. There are secrets that companies and governments hold which are seen as justifiably secret. The secret recipe for Coca-Cola, for example. But others that the companies might hold on to that would be in the public interest, for example, how and the means that companies dispose of dangerous chemicals. Privacy has become a big topic with data collection in the tech world and has become an increased concern in the past decades. It is usually a principle that is at the center of most tech issues. Finally, justice, which might be the farthest reaching of the principles. Justice is your sense of what counts as fair. If you are talking about fairness, then you are talking about justice. What you think counts as fair will fundamentally influence the way you think society should be run. It will determine how you think we should allocate resources, how we set up things to help people in need, and whether or not those people are in need in the first place. It is also our sense of how to punish and reward certain behavior. How should we pay people for certain jobs? How do we deal with crime? What should our penal system look like? These questions are all matters of justice. Of all the principles, it is one that most people will agree is good but will also be the hardest to find a collective definition. This has been an extremely brief overview of some of the moral principles. Each one can go more in depth. But we can see that understanding them is a good way to find common ground when dealing with an issue. They can be common ground to discuss with people and be used to bridge together discussions and ideas. Remember, we all like these things, but we sometimes disagree on what they truly mean to us.